Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Just Jesus. Whether we like to admit it or not, and whether we like to acknowledge it or not, most of us have a standard of behavior that we have adopted in some way, shape, or form. And those of us who call ourselves Christians have adopted the standard of Jesus. And while it is not as popular as it was several years ago, those of us who are Christians have kind of adopted the mantra of what would Jesus do? And we try to model our thinking and our behavior after what Jesus did and how he lived. And Jesus is talking to his disciples as recorded by Luke in chapter 6, and in verse 32, Luke records Jesus saying to his disciples, "If you love those who love you, what benefit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what benefit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those from whom you expect to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to get back the same amount. But love your enemies, and do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. And your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High. For he is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. Be merciful, even as your Father is merciful." And so Jesus gives his disciples, his followers, a standard of behavior when it comes to dealing with individuals who don't treat you kindly, who in fact treat you with evil. And I sometimes marvel at Jesus's ability to do that, because I have found in my life that is extremely difficult to do. It is extremely difficult for me to go through life, even every day, and experience somebody that treats me in a way that is not kind and that is not loving, and not want to react, not necessarily the same way, but in a way that is not very loving. It's hard to drive around 465, even for a little while, and not get upset and ticked off and maybe want to retaliate when somebody cuts you off in traffic. But there's a standard of behavior that Jesus calls us to, and I marvel at his ability to have done that. But I take comfort in the fact that Jesus would never ask his disciples to do something, one, that we can't do. And so this is a goal, if you will, for all of us to strive to be as God is, kind to the ungrateful and the evil, and to be merciful, even as our Father is merciful. So let me encourage you, let me encourage all of us to strive to live up to that standard of behavior that Jesus has set for us. Well, I pray that you'll have a great day.